Today's 3rd of April, market open negative but managed to find tractions and she moved up clear near its high, down 11 point at 3942. Now this is smiles compared to the regional markets in reactions to the tariff that was announced after the market closed. Our immediate resistance is at 3950, which was tested today. Support is actually at 3886 here. The most significant support is a distance away at 3800. The fact that we are able to stage a strong move today, despite the weak market sentiments, the order of it recovering above the resistance of 3950 is high. Let's take a look at the US market. This is S&P 500. Mentioned before that the 40 weeks, 200 days on the daily charts is a resistance to contend with, and we do see a slight upward move in yesterday's sections. But after the announcements of the tariff, the futures markets appears to be very weak. So this is the US futures. US 500 is down about 3%. The DAX is actually more heavily impacted, down about 3.6%. Now this is Nasdaq. If you notice, actually the 40 and the 10 week SMA is actually about to cross. With the downward move this evening, we are likely to see the crossing of these two moving averages, and this is generally negative, so we may see further downside move. This is the Brent crude. We have a hour move, and right now it's actually pulling back at about $72. This is after the announcements of the tariffs, so we may see further downward move. Now in the period of uncertainty, we do see spot gold actually moving very aggressively upwards. 10-year treasury yield has softened somewhat, and this has benefited the REIT, and we do see some actions from the REITs today. Let's turn our attentions to the local market. Some of the strong stocks we'll be discussing. This is Centurions. Here we have a very strong upward move followed by a series of sideways bar on lower volume, a contraction set out at this point in time. Bar high here is at 127. Nam Cheong. Notice actually very strong rally over here with huge daylight, so it's actually prone to retracement, and this is what we have been seeing. Today, but accompanied with higher volume, is generally negative. It may well trade below 1326, but we just have to observe. If we can actually consolidate sideways, that is generally positive, and we'd like to see a base form and eventually look for a break on the upside. OKP. Now mentioned in the previous video, we do have a setup here, and it was taken out and followed by a series of wide range bar. I'd like to actually look for a pullback here and look for setups to go long. So another construction related stocks, Penn United. Mentioned before that the stocks are a bit more sluggish, so perhaps better to actually look at the weekly, but nevertheless at this point in time here, we have a pullback on lower volume. This is a big deeper setup. 2-bar high here is at 645, but we'll prefer to actually take a look at this level here. So this appears to be actually more significant, and this level here is about 65 cents. This is the weekly charts. You can see more persistence in this at this time frame. So I'd like to see a decisive break. Hong Leong Asia. This stock succumbs to selling because some of the business are actually located in China, so may be impacted by the tariff. Prior to that, we have very strong move. Even without the tariff, we do expect a retracement because of the huge daylight. And the previous day bar is actually a sign of weakness, trading a very small body. So we do expect pullback Whatever the case may be, with a steep pullback, we do expect a couple of swing and it's likely to be choppy, so it's important to just patiently wait out the consolidations. Geo Energy, again, this stock is best to actually view it on the weekly chart because lack of price persistency. So if you notice, actually we have a run up, and at the resistance level we have a series of sideways bar. We'd like to look for a decisive break above this resistance here of 335. PropNet, it is still consolidating. Today we have a wide range reversible on increased volume, so we need to actually pay some attention. It's important that actually this level here is able to provide some level of supports to the subsequent movement, failing which then we may see the stock roll down. The bank stock DBS, so again we have knee-jerk reactions, open low and actually moved up. Again, it may well be part of a consolidations. You can see the crossing of the moving average. And the weekly charts perhaps is actually much clearer, so I'd like to see a decisive break above this recent high here of 4697. OCBC, much deeper pullback, so may well just consolidate. So again, we would like to wait for the consolidation to complete and look for a break on the upside. This is UOB, much weaker chart patterns, especially we have a wide range reversal bar here, so this appears to be just a weak bound. And comparing these three charts, just looking at the moving average, we can tell that HTBS is a better bet. So this stock may well just trade sideways, so we require some patience. Among the big cap stock, the better bet is actually Singtel. So we have very nice consolidation over here and managed to actually take out decisively on increased volume, followed by a pullback, and today we managed to actually break the high. This is generally positive. Look for a pullback, look for a new setup.